everyone, and welcome back to another video and welcome back to my channel. So today's workout is going to be Pilates for runners. Now, a lot of us here in the UK are still on lockdown, or most of us here, and I know that lots of places in the world are as well. But we are allowed to go outside for an hour, or now actually unlimited exercise every day. So that does mean that a lot of us have taken up running and power walking and different forms of exercise to what our body is used to. Now, with running, we can often get particularly tight in our hip flexors and our quads. Our hamstrings and our glutes can be a little bit underused and a little bit weak. And our tracking and our alignment is sometimes not so good. So that can then often cause injuries through the knees, the ankles, the hips, or maybe not even as far as an injury, but pain and discomfort after running. So today's workout is going to be aimed at trying to reduce those little aches and pains and get those muscles that need to be strong a little bit stronger and a little bit more active. Now, as I said, when we are running, we often use our quads and our hip flexors an awful lot. And so they can get quite tight and quite sore, especially if we don't stretch afterwards. And our hamstrings and our glutes can get a little bit weak and a little bit unused. So we're going to look at some exercises to help to lengthen out through the front of the hips and the thighs and activate through the back and into the glutes. Now, when we are thinking about our tracking and our alignment, guys, we want to be thinking about your knobbly hip bones on the front of your body. Now, they want to go down the centre of your kneecap, which then goes down your second toe. So when we are running or moving the legs, we want to avoid the knee knocking out or knocking in. And also thinking about the foot position there as well. We often strike the floor with a slight turnout of the foot, so the feet sometimes come into a little bit of a 10 to 2 position. And we really want to think about the ankle and the foot being nice and parallel and in that good alignment. A little top tip is to think about the big toe side of each foot as you are running, and then you're more likely to find a little bit more of a parallel positioning and alignment. So guys, before we get going, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then do come on over. My Instagram handle is ailesha.trulypilates, and I'm posting workouts there 3 to 4 times a week at the moment. So do come over and see what we get up to over there. All right, guys, well, let's get into the video. Then guys, we are going to start ourselves laying down. Our feet are going to come into our hip distance apart, and we're really thinking about that parallel position, that parallel alignment through the feet, through the knees and through the hips. Now we can lie ourselves down. We'll turn the palms of your hands so they're facing up towards the ceiling. We're just going to start with a basic bridge. So we're going to breathe in to prepare. Now press down into both feet as we plank the spine up. So we're lifting up as one piece. Pause here, take a breath in, and then folding at the hips as we plank the spine back down. Breathing in to prepare. Press down into the feet as we plank the spine up. So lifting up again as one piece. Pause and breathe in, and then a breath out as we plank the spine back down. Inhaling. Exhaling as we lift, squeezing those glutes, those hamstrings nice and active. Pause, and then planking the spine back down. We're going to do one more before we add on. So breathing in, exhaling as we plank the spine up. Pause, a breath in, and then planking the spine back down. Okay, we're going to add on. So we're breathing in, exhaling, planking the spine up. Now we want to imagine that we've got a spirit level across your hip bones now. We're going to keep the little bubble right in the middle. So stand onto your left foot, float your right knee up into tabletop, and we're checking the hip bones are maintaining that level position. Place the foot down as you breathe in. Step on to the right as we breathe out to float the left leg up. Again, pelvis staying level, tummy muscles gently pulling in. Inhale to lower. Step on to the left as we lift through the right. Inhale to lower, step on to the right as we lift the left leg away. Breathing in to lower, 4 more, step on to the left, the right knee lifts. Inhale, step on to the right as we float the left leg away. Breathing in to lower and 2 more, step on to the left, the right knee lifts. Inhaling and then step on to the right as we lift the left. Placing the foot back down, and then we can plank the spine back down. All right, we're going to bring that through into a curl up now and into some leg slides. So you want to think about the abdominals activating, staying nicely connected, especially when we're running. So it's going to keep our body nice and upright and our core engaged. And then with our leg slides, we're going to have a little think about our alignment and our tracking through the knee joint. So, interlacing the fingertips, taking the hands behind the head. Now, we're just going to set the shoulders, so we'll shrug them up, slide them down, and wrap the elbows just slightly around. Softening your chin to your chest as we breathe in. As we breathe out, we're sinking the ribs, pulling those abdominals in as we curl head and shoulders off. So we're really nicely active through those tummy muscles. Pause, breathing in. Now, as we breathe out, see if we can inch up a little bit higher. We're going to slide the right leg out. Breathing in to slide in. Inch up a little bit more as we slide the left leg. And again, thinking about that tracking, that alignment. Your hip bone, center of the kneecap, second toe. Breathing in. Breath out. The right leg slides out. Breathing in to slide in. And then over to the left. And then sliding in. And then to the right. Breathing out. Breathing in to slide in, and then to the left, and then sliding in. We've got 4 more. The right leg slides out. Breathing in, and then the left. Inhaling, and then last 2. Sliding out the right. Breathing in, and then over to the left. Sliding in, and then relaxing your curl up all the way back down. All right, guys, we are going to come onto our sides for our next one. So we're going to have a rollover. Now we're going to do a little bit of a side kick, so getting a little bit of openness coming into the front of the hip, and then we're going to take it into a really nice stretch series. So having a lie down onto our sides, we can pop our arm underneath our head, either with a bent elbow as I've got here, or of course you can straighten the arm out. Now, legs are going to be in a nice long line, reaching your feet from your head. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, eye line is looking straight ahead of you. From there, we can hinge at the hips and bring the feet forward so they're towards the front of your mat. And we've then got a little bit of an angle coming into the front of your hip. From here, flexing both feet, and then your top leg just lifts up in line with your hip. So we're going to inhale, kick forwards, 1 and 2. Now breathing out, point the toes, feel the leg bone lengthen as we draw it back and behind you. So we get that sense of opening into the front of that hip. Flexing the foot, inhale, 1 and 2. Breath out, pointing the toes, lengthening the leg bone as we draw it back and away, and just softening into the front of the ribs there as well. Flexing. Inhale, 1 and 2. Breathing out, pointing the toes, lengthening the leg bone back and away. And again, flexing. Inhale, 1, 2. Breath out to point, lengthening the leg bone back. And 1 more, flexing. Inhale, 1 and 2. Breath out to point, lengthening the leg bone back. Now keep the leg behind you, breathing. Little circles. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A pause, breathing in. Change direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot. Now pulsing up, guys. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stacking the legs back up and then just relaxing that top leg forwards. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to come into our little sideline stretch. So the underneath arm is going to straighten out now underneath the head. underneath leg is bent and top leg is out straight. And then we're just going to lift that top leg just to a slight hover above the mat. So from there, turn the top leg out, lifting it up towards the ceiling. Now you'll either hold behind your thigh, your calf or your ankle. So just going with where your own flexibility will allow you to go. From here, curling the spine, sending the leg straight down in front of you. Bend the knee, take a hold of the front of the ankle, realigning the spine as you push the foot into the hand, so opening the angle at the hip and at the knee, so you're not keeping your foot close in towards your bottom. Reversing, so we'll curl the spine, bring the knee into the forehead, send the leg out straight, lifting the leg up, realigning, and then lowering the leg back down. Again, turning the leg out, lifting it up, take hold of it where you can. Curling the spine, sending the leg straight down. Bend the knee, take a hold of the front of the ankle. Realigning as we push the foot into the hand. And reversing, curling the spine, bringing the knee in. Send the leg out straight. Lifting the leg up, realigning and lowering the leg back down. And we've got one more, guys. Turn the leg out, lifting it up. Take a hold of it where you can. Curling the spine, sending the leg straight down. Bend the knee, take hold of the front of the ankle. Realigning as you push the foot into the hand. Oh, it's such a lovely stretch. Reversing, curling the spine, bringing the knee in. Sending the leg out straight. Lifting the leg up, realigning, and then lowering the leg back down. All right, we will have a little twizzle over to the other side, guys. And we'll start with our side kick. So legs in that long line, reaching your feet from your head. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Eye line is just looking straight ahead. Just make sure your head is stacked right up on top of your shoulders. And then we can hinge at the hips and bring the feet forwards towards the front of the mat. So we've then got that little bit of an angle coming into the front of your hips. Now, flexing the feet and lifting that top leg up so it is in line with the hip. From here, we're going to inhale, kick forwards, 1, 2, breathing out, pointing at the toes, lengthening the leg bone back and away, just softening the ribs so those abdominals are pulling in and getting that sense of opening the hip. Flexing the foot, inhale, 1, and 2, breathing out, pointing the toes, lengthening the leg bone back and away. And again, flexing, inhale, 1, 2, breath out as we point, lengthening the leg bone back and behind you. And again, flexing, inhale, 1, 2, breath out to point, lengthening the leg bone back. And again, flexing, inhale, 1 and 2, breath out, pointing, lengthening the leg bone back and away. One more, guys, flexing, inhale, 1 and 2, breath out, pointing, really get that length through the thigh bone as we reach it back. Hold it here, little circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, hold it, change direction, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flexing the foot, pulsing up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and then stacking the legs back up and just relaxing that top leg forwards. All right, taking that into our little stretch series. So underneath leg can bend up and we can lengthen out the top leg. Underneath arm is going to lengthen out underneath your head. So turning the top leg out, lifting it up to the ceiling, either holding behind your thigh, your calf, or if you can, towards your ankle. Curling the spine, sending the leg straight down. Bend the knee, take a hold of the front of the ankle. Realigning as we push the foot into the hand, so opening the angle at the hip and at the knee. Reversing it, curling the spine, bringing the knee in, sending the leg out straight, lifting the leg up, realigning and then lowering the leg back down. Turning the leg out, lifting it up, take a hold of it where you can. Curling the spine, sending the leg straight down. Bend the knee, take a hold of the front of the ankle. Realigning as you push the foot into the hands. So really enjoying that stretch into the hip and quad. Reversing, curling the spine, bringing the knee in. Sending the leg out straight. Lifting the leg up, realigning, and then lowering the leg back down. We've got 2 more. Turning the leg out, lifting it up, take hold of it where you can. 1 more, curling the spine, sending the leg straight down in front of you. Bend the knee, take a hold of the front of the ankle. Realigning as we push the foot into the hand. It would appear I can't count, guys. Reversing, curling the spine, bringing the knee in. Sending the leg out straight, lifting the leg up, realigning, and then lowering the leg back down. All right, we shall have a roll onto our fronts from there, guys. So legs are just going to be hip distance apart, and we're going to pop your hands underneath your forehead, and we're going to do some leg extensions. So pubic bone is sinking into the mat, tummy muscles are lifting away from it, so we're nicely active through the core. Shoulders are sliding down. Now we're going to breathe in. We're going to lengthen one leg along the mat, and then we're going to lift it into a hover, and at the same time we're pushing the opposite thigh down into the mat. Inhale to lower. Now press that thigh down, lengthen the opposite leg along and lift. Inhaling as we lower. Exhaling, the leg lengthens as we lift. The opposite thigh presses down. Keep those abdominals pulling in. Breathing in. And again, lengthen the leg and lift. So we're getting that hamstring and that glute nicely active. Inhale, lower. We've got 4 more. Breath out as we lengthen and lift. Keep those abdominals engaged. Inhaling. And then again, lengthening and lifting away. Breathing into lower. We've got 2 more to go. Lengthen and lift. Inhale to lower back down. And last one, guys. Lengthening and lifting away. And then lowering back down. And then from there, we can just have a sit back, have a little shell stretch, and a release off from there. Perfect. All right, uncurling yourselves, and we've got 2 more exercises to go. So we're going to come on to all 4s. Now, knees are underneath the hips, the hands are directly underneath your shoulders. We're just going to start by finding our neutral, so we can come into a small arch, a small curl, and then settle halfway. Now, from here, we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to slide the left leg along the mat and the right hand, and then we're going to lift them off, and we're thinking about reaching the arm and the leg away from you. Breathing in as we slide in. The right leg, the left hand slide along, and then we lift, keep that sense of reach, and then sliding in. Left leg, right hand slide along, lifting away. We want to try and keep your torso nice and still. So you could challenge yourself with popping a ball on your back and try and keep that ball nice and steady. Right leg, left hand, slide along, and then we're lifting. And then sliding in. Now we'll do 1 more each leg before we add on. Left leg, right hand, and lengthen and reaching away. Breathing in to slide in. And then right leg, left hand, lengthen and reach. And then sliding back in. Okay, we're going to add on. So, left leg, right hand, lengthen and lift. Now we're going to take both arm and leg out to the sides. We're going to breathe in. Exhaling as we reach out. Inhale, center again, maintaining as level position through your torso as you can. Reaching out. Inhale, center. Exhaling as we reach. Breathing in, and then we've got 2 more. Reaching the arm and the leg out. Inhaling, and last one, reaching away. And then center, and then drawing back in. And then other side. So right leg, left hand slide along, and lift. Pause, breathe in. As we breathe out, arm and leg out to the side, sofa in the way. And then center. And again, reaching out and center. Breathing out as we reach. And then center. And then 2 more, guys. Reaching out and center. And last one, reaching away. Center. Sliding back in. And then again, just have that little sit back, that shell stretch and release. Okay, right, we've got one more. We're going to come back onto all fours. We want to make sure we've got enough room behind us to send our legs out because we are going to come into a plank. If you do have wrist issues, guys, you can, of course, do this from your forearms. If you don't have wrist issues, I would try to do it from the hands because it does just help to strengthen and help with that issue. But if you have had any breaks or anything like that, then of course you can drop down to your forearms. So finding, again, that nice alignment. So we can come into a small arch, a small curl, and then settle halfway. Breathing in. As we breathe out, we're going to slide our one leg and then the other into our full plank. Now, from here, we're going to breathe in. Those abdominals are pulling in. We're going to pull one knee in towards your chest, trying to avoid too much movement through your torso. Lengthen the leg out. Breathing out, pulling in. Inhale to lengthen. And again, pulling in. Lengthen out. Exhaling as we pull and lengthen. 4 more. Breath out, pulling in. Tummy muscles working nicely here. And then again, pulling in. Inhale to lengthen and 2 more. Exhale to pull. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, pulling in. Lengthening out and then sliding in at 1 and 2. And again, just have that sit back, have that shell stretch and a little release off. Lovely. When you're ready, uncurling yourselves back up from there. All right, well done, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed my Pilates for Runners workout video. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any further workouts. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.